we're in. Hello, hello, and welcome to Singularity Roleplay. Tonight, as we bring back the Mucklands. Where did we leave off? Our adventurers ran into Timmy Smalls, bought a bunch of laughing shields. I believe we also got a couple cloaks. Fought a not so happy talking frog that was trying to eat a worker, and then made camp underneath a billboard for the night. We'll go ahead and let the players introduce themselves, and we will get started. We will start with Lethal.
Hey guys, my name's Alan, also just the resident asshole mermit, and yeah, really looking forward to this.
Hi, my name is Keldry, Starless Travel on Instagram because I'm an artist and also I like plants and they go up there. I am currently playing Wander, the Boggart Knight Errant, with their lovely tortoise steed Pancake.
I am Shockpoint Failure, reprising my role as Professor Lim Rustroot, the Bugbear Dragoneer Professor, and apparently the perpetual straight man of the group.
Internet, I'm Nate, and today I will be reprising my role as Old Man Simmons, everybody's favorite little chum.
Alright, so we last left off. Mermit had told a story about how basically he was the only person allowed to be as evil as he is hunting down his brother's killer. You guys had set up camp for the night. You were about a day and a half out from where the chicken-footed witch's lair is. And so we will start with some travel turns. So again, just to kind of reiterate, as this is a new TTRPG for all of us, when traveling across the map, each day is divided into 4 travel turns. Turns 1 and 2 are in the daytime, and turns 3 and 4 are at night. Daytime hours are ideal for traveling, and for every travel turn spent moving across the map, a different PC must make a travel check for the whole group. To make a travel check, you would roll 1d12 plus realms at the beginning of the turn to determine if there is an encounter. Travel checks and hex movements are modified according to the travel modifiers table. You guys are traveling by day, there's no modifier there. So, I believe we left off with Mermit for the travel check.
I thought I rolled mine already. I can roll it again.
If you rolled already, then we will jump down to... Did all 4 of you roll?
I think we did.
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We did.
Okay. Well then, we will start back at the top with Mermit.
Alright, give me 1 sec. And those plus realms?
Yeah, 1d12 plus realms.
That's a 4.
That is a 4. Ooh. Where did I have my... I had my book somewhere here right before travel encounters. Where did it go? Alright, so you all are packing up camp, getting ready to head out for the day. This book, I know I had it. That's not it. 900 books for this, and I can't find my travel encounters.
How much for this?
I have like 7 different books. I have a lot of freaking books. There it is.
Oh boy.
was gonna say, wasn't there like 4 books for the setting alone?
Yeah, there's a lot. Oh, that's not good. All right, roll me a d6.
1?
Yep.
I don't like that.
What'd you get?
I had a 1.
Oh, I didn't hear you say it. So as you guys get back on the road, you come to a fork in the road. There's a sign, 2 arrows kind of like crossed. One points towards where you think you should be going, which is called the Crack. It's in the used to be forest. The other sign points, and it just has a couple question marks, and kind of like a silhouette of a guy shrugging, not really knowing where that is going. Let's see. Cool. So, you guys end up lost. You end up not really paying attention so much to the sign as you take the right-hand path down the lane of question marks, and we will jump to the next travel check, which will be Old Man.
A D12, right?
Yep.
That is a 7.
And for 7, bump in the road. All right.
I get like a free magic sword, right?
You guys just continue traveling. No, nothing too bad happens. But you do kind of notice that it's starting to look a lot less foresty, and a little bit more deserty. There's a lot more rock outcroppings. You're seeing some cacti, and you can faintly hear shouting. It sounds like a very like authoritative figure, like shouting and commanding, and what sounds like mining going on in the distance.
And it seems like we're up on the Bori. Y'all been at places like this before? Or?
I've been to a couple of quarries in my time.
Been all
Do
over.
something special?
I don't. Are we going the right way?
I don't remember there being a quarry on the way to the used to be woods.
Hey guys, I'm pretty sure I screwed this one up.
That is very
Don't
mature of
say
you to
that,
take
Mermit.
responsibility like that.
That being
We
said,
screwed up as a team.
That being said, it's not my fault.
There we go.
That sounds about right.
I mean, it's fine, probably. How do we get unlost?
Well, we either turn around, retrace our steps until things look correct, or we figure out where we are and correct from there.
Or we go in a random direction and just see what happens.
I like this guy.
My name's Wander for a reason, so
In
I
my
don't know that I should be deciding where we go.
in my professional opinion, option 3 should be a last resort. It is not off the table, but I do feel like it will make matters worse than better.
Just feel like retracing our steps is gonna be real slow. And if we pick a random direction, there's a chance that it's much faster.
Or we could go with option 2, go to the quarry, talk to the guy in charge, figure out where we are, and pick the right direction.
What about option 3, where we find somebody in the quarry and threaten them until they tell us what we want?
That's option
Realistically-
2B.
Okay.
It's option
Wait.
4.
To be. Okay, so we're adding letters to the numbers of the plan now.
It is simply acknowledging variations of the already 3 presented options.
As long as we're not trying to find X.
I am not a math teacher.
Okay, let's go ask someone.
All right. So as you guys keep heading along the path towards the sound of mining, you actually find yourselves coming across the settlement of Firedamp, a bustling mining town with a large population of workers. It was an independently operated camp near a mine, but it had been acquired by Subterranean Pits and Layers LLC. The little town quickly filled with cabins, stores, mills, and all sorts of other opportunists looking to make their fortunes. And as you're entering the town, you see a couple of locations kind of stand out to you. There's the Fire Damp Loans, definitely a shady-looking loan shark. It's got all sorts of signage about payday loans and low interest rates and, weekly payments and those kind of things. You notice the Boomtown Saloon. It's a rundown-looking saloon. It looks like somebody may or may not have thrown a stick of dynamite in there once or twice during a bar fight. And then there's the SPL Field Office, which is basically... They basically control the town and the people, run by an overseer, and a lot of what they do is they conduct a business, give out high interest loans, hire dungeoneers and miners, and those kind of things. Just as you're entering town, you notice a group of rowdy, out-of-work miners playing Rummy Rascal in the dirt. You can hear some drunks down an alley drunkenly singing a bard's song. And right in the middle of the town, there is a town crier swearing up and down that he saw a warg in town. And everybody is just kind of passing him by like he's crazy.
Interesting. A walk. Neat.
How big was the warg? Y'all
Oh.
come across this.
Wait. What? What's that? What? You saw the warg too?
I said, how big was it?
And he's
Is it a
running
little
towards
warg
you,
or a big one?
waving his hands. Can you see me? Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, should we not?
Everybody else just passes me by. Nobody pays attention to me and my warg sighting.
Because it's a walk. Who cares?
This is a pretty big warg. Eyes as red as rubies, blood-soaked teeth, mottled hair, running around town, just willy-nilly.
Sounds
Sounds
like me
like-
when I'm hangry.
Yeah, it sounds like they may have been on a bit of a bender.
But why is it even out here? They normally stay in the hills and the prairies.
Did it smell funny?
Vacation.
didn't get close enough to smell it.
Not a ghost, are you?
What?
You didn't get, like, you said you saw a warg. Did it eat you? Are you a ghost?
Pretty sure I'm not a ghost. But there,
Yeah,
pretty
he's
lucky
too
that you're not.
opaque to be a ghost.
but there is a ghost that haunts Fire Damp at the stroke of midnight.
Ooh, tell me
Sounds
more.
so cool. Can we go?
Are you gonna stay here till midnight?
I kind of.
Well, if there's a cool
Well-
ghost, explain more.
Considering that we have to restock, probably, because we gotta go all the way.
I might be able to assign some of my students when I get back as a research project for both the Warg and the Midnight Ghost. That would be interesting.
Maybe we should restock, take another look at the map, and go ghost sighting?
Ghost hunt. Ghost hunt. Hermit's with me, right?
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I mean, while we're here, might as well help out the locals, enjoy the sights. Yeah, we might be sticking around until midnight. It might take us a while to restock, anyways.
So you're gonna stay and hunt the ghost, or are you gonna hunt the warg?
What if they're
Yeah.
the same person but wearing different masks?
Is the ghost that of a Warg?
Not that I know of. The ghost is Jug Nubbers. He's been harassing Fire Damp and scaring residents into Canatonic Estates for as long as I know.
Well, that sounds kind of mean.
I mean, it's a ghost. Good people don't usually become ghosts.
God, why can't you ever have a happy ghost?
It's weird. It's kind of like the whole logic of how ghosts exist require negative emotions. Good people don't usually have a lot of those.
Y'all see that mansion?
Asper was a happy ghost.
Yeah.
What mansion?
Casper's an exception.
That mansion up there, that's where Casper lives.
Oh.
You'll excuse me, I gotta go
Yes.
beat up a ghost.
No, wait. Why don't we restock and then maybe we can warg? Cause midnight is a bit away, and I can't tell time, but I know it's a bit away.
Well,
So we can see all the things.
if you guys want to stay and hunt the ghost, you're going to want to talk to Lydia Snarls. And you can find her at the local watering hole.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that's our warg.
Does she like snarling?
She's the one who's been hunting the ghost the longest, and she is offering a reward to anybody who can drive the ghost away.
The warg.
No, the ghost.
When
Who you gonna call?
when's the warg come around?
The warg is just here and there. You sit around long enough, I'm sure you'll see him.
Cool. I want to see lots of things.
Hang on. Forgive my opinion, but wargs usually aren't entirely solitary, are they?
No, normally they hunt their prey in packs. And they're a matriarchal group of beasts.
But there's only been sighting of one warg.
Yeah, I've only seen the one.
And in comparison to, say, the size of the turtle we're riding on, how big is the warg?
2 turtles?
Tortoise.
Sorry, I apologize. Tortoise.
Two.
Wait, two of these?
Yeah,
Too tall or too long?
like two tortoise long, and like 1.5 tortoise high.
That's
Man, that's like
That's
3,
big.
maybe 4 tortoise.
And
That's
how
pretty
have people
short
been
high.
losing sight of this thing?
I don't know. Nobody listens to me when I say that I done saw it.
But you said you didn't get close enough for a smell.
I did not get close enough to smell.
You are
I
aware this
can't
is
tell
the size
much
of a small
about this
building at
org
this
if
point,
we
right?
don't know what it smells like, guys. I'm sorry, I can't help here.
Pretty sure we're okay not knowing.
I don't know that I want to know how it smells.
It smells like rotten eggs. That's a bad thing. It smells like flowers. Worse. Smells like
See?
pretty much anything else. Okay.
See, now you got
I-
me curious.
I don't think that applies to wargs.
I don't know. I read a book one time.
Wargs don't normally ever smell like flowers.
Hey, I've met a
Unless
couple
you know-
orgs in my life.
Unless
and
somebody sprayed perfume on it, which is entirely possible.
Well, in the meantime, we can go ask about the ghost, and then maybe while we're wandering around town to get supplies.
We run into the small to medium house-sized warg.
Sure, why
thinking
not?
this
I'll ask
fella said-
Pancake to keep an eye out. Pancake is good at stuff.
Yes, I'm fairly sure Pancake will be able to keep an eye on something that is both carnivorous and bigger than him.
It's okay. When we find it, we can go on a low-speed chase.
I think we'll be the ones being chased.
Oh, Pancake
unless we
has
ride
the
it.
Pancake has the nice shell for that. Pancake doesn't run usually.
That's why I said low speed.
Are you gonna get Pancake a bumper sticker that says these colors don't run?
I have a thing of lipstick. I can just write it on the shell.
All right. But yes, let's go get some new supplies, ask around about the ghost, and keep an eye out for our larger than normal warg.
He is pretty big. I'm telling you.
Sounds good. We'll keep an eye out. And
Warg of unusual size? Yes. Warg of unusual size.
let's go. This Wander just like points the
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're heading to the local watering hole, you want to keep an eye out for Lydia Snarls. Remember the name, Lydia Snarls.
she snarl.
And so, is there anything in particular about this one? All right. So, if you're gonna head towards the Boomtown Saloon. All right. Inside the saloon, it's pretty run down. It's a bare bones, drink only kind of bar. A bunch of weary miners are all kind of sitting around, low voices talking back and forth. There is a frazzled looking woman sitting kind of off in the corner, going over paperwork, looking at sacks of money, counting out coin. And then there's it looks kind of out of place. It's a Felmog. Felmog outrider sitting at the bar, just kind of drinking. He's got a crutch propped up against the bar as well. As y'all kind of enter, the noise kind of dies down for a second as everybody kind of stops and regards you. They all kind of look you up and down, and then they just go back to their drinks. You hear back from behind the bar, just sit anywhere. We'll be right with you.
I
We
don't
should
wanna
pick
waste any time,
we
I
should
just
pick near
go
a
sit.
window so Pancake can stick their head in.
As you guys sit down at the table, you'll notice at the edge of the table there is it looks like a QR code like etched into the table. And then there's also like a stack of menus like up against the wall if you don't have a means to read their arcane QR code.
Right. No, I was never a
this
fan
a
of QR
puzzle?
code. No, it is not a puzzle. I was never a fan of these arcane menus. Would it be too much to ask for a paper menu?
Yeah, it's
yeah.
over here.
Ah, yeah, thank you.
On the menu, you'll see pretty simple options. There's 3 options. There is the cheap glog. It'll put a hair on your butt, is what it says. The sarsaparilla, a sweet bubbly drink made from sticky wickle vine water and caterpillar spit. And wungalope milk, a thick orangey white milk that goes down real smooth.
I want the fruity one.
I'm going to assume that is probably the sarsaparilla.
Yes.
Guess was too much to ask for a fallen leaf. But all right, we'll stick with the sarsaparilla.
Okay.
Can I get a flight tray and just try them all before I make a choice?
Well, we ain't never done a flight tray before.
To be perfectly honest, I kind of just want all 4.
And then, well, there's only 3, sir, so you're making up another drink here.
Fine, I'll take all 3 plus an extra.
All 3, and then you mix them all together in one.
Yeah, all 3,
You
and
know
then
what? I
one
want
of
that
those
too.
you mix them all together.
Call that.
Well, here we call that fucking crazy, but...
Call that Wednesday.
Y'all had
I'll wear pink.
a rough time at the mines?
Oh no, we're kind of lost, and then we're gonna hunt a ghost, and then we gotta find our way back to the used to be where we were at forest.
Well, y'all have definitely headed in the wrong direction. You're gonna want to head back west and a little bit to the south to get to the used to be forest. A lot of that is blocked off, though. Is there any particular reason why you're going there?
A witch, or somebody with a wand, I think.
Fair enough. Haven't heard nothing about no witches, but y'all do what you're gonna do. If you're hunting a ghost or you want to hunt the ghost, I don't believe there really is one. I think the mayor's kind of lost it. You're gonna want to talk to Lydia over there.
I look over. Lydia?
And that is the lady kind of like going through paperwork, writing down numbers and counting out coins from different bags. She is the mayor here. And she has a reward for anybody who will chase away the ghost. She swears this place is
Sweet
haunted.
frog god, didn't we just come from there?
From where? What, sir?
Never mind. Don't mind me.
All right. Well,
I will be right back then. I'm gonna hop down and run over to Lydia.
okay.
Me, the player, completely thought that we were just over talking to Lydia, and I did not put 2 and 2 together.
No, you had been talking to the town crier, who everybody thinks is crazy, and now a waiter who thinks y'all are crazy, as he brings everybody a large glass of all of their drinks mixed. I will need
Wait, what?
everybody to roll me 1d4.
Hang on, this is not what I ordered.
At this point, he is too confused to... You got a 3?
That's a
I got a 4.
A 4?
Oh, what are we rolling? You said a 1d4?
1d4.
1.
A 1?
I also got a 1.
All right, so you each get 1 +1 to metal and +1 to vitality for the number of hours that you rolled. So if you rolled a 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours.
Metal and vitality.
Yep. And that's because two of you decided to go crazy and mix the drinks and...
And I didn't check mine.
As you run over, Lydia kind of looks up from her paperwork and then goes back down to what she's doing. She's just counting out numbers. She's like, okay, we've got to pay... And she looks very frazzled. She keeps shuffling through papers and just muttering to herself.
Hello.
Mrs. Knowles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. What? I'm very busy. Is there something you need?
We're
You
ghost
had a-
hunters. Nice to meet you.
We're ghost hunters?
Apparently.
Now we are. If we do it professionally once, you're a thing.
We wanted to see if we could help with the ghost.
Okay. Yeah. I do have... She pulls out a bag of copper. 60 copper if anybody can help us chase off this ghost.
Mermit immediately reaches for the bag. I got this.
She
No.
smacks your hand. The pay is after you manage to chase off the ghost.
Half now, half
Yeah,
later.
I'm not... No, look. I've got a lot of repairs to do here in Firetown. I've got a lot of staff to make sure they get paid. I am absolutely up to my ears in making sure that this town becomes safe. Apparently there's 4 Tordai large wolf just wandering around. And I really, really do not want this to become another peon town for subterranean pits and lairs.
If we take care of that warg while we're here, what's the reward?
If you can take care of the warg while you're here, I will take you to the armory where we have several magic items and let you guys pick from there.
Wander's eyes go
Plus a
wide
nice
and they just
handshake.
go smashy?
It's a 2-for-1 sale, guys. I think we should do it.
Oh, we're doing it. That's not the issue.
What's the issue?
How much extra credit I can milk out of my students for this?
Wait. Have you been like keeping your students in your pocket or something? Do you have like did you bring them with
Bag
you?
of holding students.
They're not. They're always nearby. Don't worry.
That's frightening.
That's
For me, that's kind of sick.
Look,
Didn't
one of
know-
the first lessons of Dungeoneers is learning how to travel unseen. You never know when it's needed.
Are you guys just here to solve all of our problems? Because if you're here looking to solve all of our problems, we also have a group of penny runners that have gone missing.
penny runner.
Hey, penny copper is a very valuable resource.
No, I mean, what's a penny runner?
They run pennies. The name's pretty self-evident.
Did run
I missed
pennies
it.
run?
No. So
They have feet?
so you are illegally moving pennies from one location to another.
Wait, why are you illegally moving pennies?
That's a lot easier when it comes to, money laundering.
First
I
you're
don't
running
know what that
pennies-
word means.
First you're running pennies, now you're washing your money? What's going on here?
Don't worry about it. The
I think y'all just need a bank to learn how to money.
bank does half of that stuff for you, so
Why don't we see if we can deal with the warg and the ghost, or one of the two, and then we'll deal with washing money.
Coins.
All right. Well, I mean, if you're here because of the ghost, I'm sure you heard the crazy town crier, Romo. You heard Romo crying about the warg. He said he's seen it walking through town, disappearing into different houses. I have no proof of that, but if you guys want to try and hunt down any clues, you're more than welcome to try and find the warg. If you can run off this so-called warg that is giving us trouble, I will take you to the armory. If you guys want to stay and try to run off the ghost, I will give you 60 copper. Any other quests that you want to take up, we can work out a deal as they come up.
Start there. Because that's... 2 slots is about as much as my brain can handle, I think.
Well, technically, this will make a total of 3, but 2 of them are local.
Well, wait, what was the third?
The witch and the wand.
Oh, yeah, the curse one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. 2 slots is all you got.
Yeah, kinda. I have no idea how I ended up being a knight.
It's okay
you
now
got
that I'm
friends
your
like us.
squire. I'll take notes for you.
You don't have to do that. Why don't we
Because
just...
we have the professor who's pretty smart, so we should
Thank
be
you.
good.
That's very true. Okay, Wanderers just gulps down the rest of the drink. So we gonna go find a warg before midnight and then go meet a ghost?
That sounds like the plan. Besides, how hard is it to find a warg? They should stand out in a town like this.
You
Well, the
think?
town crier said we just need to wait and we'll eventually see it. So I was thinking, what if all 4 of us just pick random spots in town and just stand there till midnight? And then before midnight, surely one of us will eventually see it.
Small issue with that.
Mhm.
How will we tell everybody else?
Yelp.
Quick question: does warg taste good? Like, can we eat it?
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
Wait, what?
Well,
if
the
you-
first question, no. The second question, yes, you can eat it.
we could cook it up for you if you really want us to. I don't think we've ever had anybody bring us back a warg.
I don't know.
Let's
mean,
go
I'm
see if
curious.
we can do that.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure it will be kosher, but sure, why not?
We
Well,
have
we'll
a
talk to the
rabbi
rabbi
on site
later.
who can bless it.
I'm
That's
fairly
very
sure
helpful. That's
not only are
important.
wargs themselves sentient, they have eaten sentient flesh, which negates their ability to be... Whatever, moving right along.
Baruch atah
Sketchy
Adonai
rabbi,
Elohim.
it's fine.
You just see Mermit in the corner trying to remember the prayers.
All right.
you- Never seen a Jewish frog before?
Never seen a talking frog before.
What? What?
Wait, you've never seen a boggle before?
He's a gnome, isn't he?
No, I'm
No.
a bogrel.
I'm a boggle. I thought they were just short goblins.
No, there's a difference between boggle and bogrel.
Bogrel. Yeah.
Oh no, I've never seen.
I'm just a really short bogrel. Literally think Kermit.
Except he doesn't sing It's Not
No,
Easy
you
Being
look
Green.
new to me.
It ain't easy being good.
Good.
All right.
All right. Well, if you guys want to go hunt down the warg, the best way to probably start is to just go out and see what rumors you can find from the townspeople. I'm sure somebody's talking about something. It's a pretty small town. Most of there's the weirdos that keep playing some weird touch tag tackle game out front. It gets a little heated sometimes, and then we have to throw a stick of dynamite back into the street. So you could talk to them first.
Oh, that sounds just like my game.
That sounded
You
like
had
the
me up
most
until the
TTRPG player explaining sports I've ever heard.
I want to look for a stick of dynamite and just bring it out with me.
Oh, as you walk out of the tavern, there's just a box that has dynamite in it. It just says "free, take one."
I'm gonna grab a couple.
Hey, it says take one. Come on. You're not
Yeah.
even wearing a costume. Be respectful.
I'll take one for me and one for Pancake, and then you can have these two. Hands them to Mermit.
Look,
Thank you.
Mermer's being a team player. He's grabbing him enough for everyone in the party.
Exactly.
Grab an extra 30 for my students.
You're both
You have
monsters
30
that don't
students in your
appreciate
bag?
signage.
I have 120 students that teach 3 separate classes.
But they're not here to take it themselves.
Do you just have a pocket dimension that
Said
I
take
don't know
one.
about?
Yes, but that's not where I keep them.
Don't. Okay.
I don't like the way you said keep. Sinister, Professor.
That's
At
why I hang
least-
out with them.
At least we haven't
It
heard
makes
the
more and more
words.
sense.
At least we haven't heard the forbidden words "unpaid intern."
This is about teaching assistant.
Character.
Okay.
So kicking up a dust storm, you hear just back and forth going on. And you notice there's a group. There's like 2 teams of about 4 people each. Basically 4 small little goblins scuffling back and forth, and they're kicking a ball that has. It looks like an underwater mine almost. It's a small, like soccer ball looking object that has a bunch of sticks of dynamite sticking out of different parts of it, with a few of those sticks of dynamite lit. And they are kicking this ball just back and forth at each other, trying to essentially get it to a goal and score points.
Oh, it's hot potato, but with soccer
My favorite game.
for keeps.
Y'all know how to live. I get next game. I call winners.
Yeah, I'm in those.
What qualifies as winning?
Living.
Die.
So, do you need a breakdown of the rules? It's just a little like greaser looking like gangsta kid. He's like, I can give you a rundown of the rules.
We were actually here to ask about the weird, the warg that people said was wandering around.
I was
Oh.
here to take legs and names.
You ain't getting my legs.
That's what you think.
Mermit, that isn't a challenge. I promise.
Not like that. It's not.
Okay.
Well, all right then. Anyway, my name is Simi Talls, and look, if you're looking for a warg, you can find him. Last time I heard, north of the town. He was wandering around looking for babies to eat or something. I heard some kids went missing, and the warg was to blame.
Wait, kids went? Okay, now we gotta solve this. As
That's kind of wild. So kids went missing and people still weren't believing the town crier or Karen?
Hey, I'm just passing on the information I heard.
Just out of curiosity, when was the first time that somebody said they saw the warg? Would you happen to know?
Probably like 2 weeks ago. This is about the same time that that there was a gas explosion in the mines under fire damp. Nobody really talks about that either. It seems like a lot of things were just kind of being covered up.
How long has the company been in charge of fire damp?
I mean, I would say that the loan company bought out Fire Damp probably like. Well, I don't know if they even bought it. They just kind of said that they had the deed, and that was like a year ago.
What time of day is this warg usually spotted? Not dealing with a werewolf, are we?
I mean, most times it's seen after dark, but I don't know if it's a werewolf or if it is just a warg.
What does it smell like?
I don't
Again.
fucking know. Like shit.
Why would we need to know what it smells like, bud?
Telling you, warg smells are an important fact.
And
What
I'm not
kind of
denying
warg
that.
this is?
I mean,
There's only so many kinds of wargs, and yes, knowing how they smell could tell us a lot about their condition and behavior. But I really doubt it's going to smell like flowers.
Werewolves often
Look,
smell like flowers, is all I'm saying.
before Pilmo and Pete went missing, Pilmo was the one who told me that the warg was in the north, and I'm pretty, if I remember correctly, Pilmo done said that this warg smelled like vanilla and lemon.
Not
Wait,
good, guys. That's not good.
Is Pilmo the one that pushes pills, or is that somebody else?
For
Pilmo,
these children,
Pilmo was a penny runner for the Knucklebones. He, oh wait. No, sorry. Pilmo came from the Knucklebones. He started running for the Tricky Toes. And then, about the same time that there was a gas explosion under fire damp, this warg popped up, and then Pilmo and Pete kind of disappeared.
And you said vanilla and
Did they
lemon?
work for the same person or outfit by any chance?
Yeah, they were working for the Tricky Toe gang. They reported to some guy named Opie. He works over in the Lone Shack.
And did they happen to have a competitor?
Not that I know of. I mean, this town's pretty small. These loan sharks just kind of came in and took over the mines and kind of claimed that this town was theirs.
Vanilla and
that's
lemon.
fair.
Why don't we go take a look? Because I'm really, really starting to hope that this isn't just like. I'm kind of hoping that it is a warg and it's not one of those weird plays where you unmask the villain and it's just a rich white dude.
But I like Scooby Doo.
I don't know. It seems like it's usually the janitor.
Unless it's not, and it's usually a rich white dude. And it's
Yeah.
usually more often a rich white dude, more so than the janitor.
That's true.
No, it's not really the janitor. It's mostly the butler.
Which implies another rich white
I'm
dude.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen one of their plays.
To be fair, there's a lot of their plays. They kind of all run together after a while.
Wait,
That's true.
who's got an ascot?
That's the I wanna say his name's
Professor's
Fred.
definitely our ascot guy.
Oh, you need an ascot? And Simi
No,
reaches
no.
into his pocket and pulls out an ascot and hands it to Mermit.
Put it on. All right, gang. I got an idea. It's a bad one, but let's do it.
Okay.
Yankees, what are you thinking?
Wait, does that make me Shaggy? What is it? Whatever his name is?
But you want to be Fred?
No.
I don't know. I
It'll be
think
my
you're
Daphne.
definitely a Fred or a Daphne.
Actually, you'll be my Velma.
I mean, I'm fine with either Daphne or Velma, especially seeing the later plays did improve Daphne's character to be more than just a damsel in distress.
For sure. Later, You're definitely more recent Daphne, but
A
I don't know, I can
terrible
see it,
actor.
Professor.
I'm a terrible actor, but I do have pancakes, so
There's our Shaggy and Scoob.
Fair enough.
Give me the glasses.
I
Pinkies, I got an idea.
okay. So north?
North.
All right, here's my idea. We take this entire barrel of dynamite, right? We make sure we close the lid on it. We roll that sumbitch right into the loan office, and we just blow it up with everybody in it.
Oh,
That's definitely an idea.
And before we leave, we steal all the documents and we ransom it back to the people.
How do we know that those documents won't be blown up?
Because we have to them
Also,
beforehand.
who do we ransom it to if we blow up everybody?
you know what we could do? We could just give all of the workers free dynamite and say if they want their town or they want the loan sharks out, then now they have a bunch of free dynamite to throw at
But
them.
the dynamite's already free for the miners. I'm
It's
pointing
from
to
this
another
town.
take one box of dynamite.
Yeah, if you look outside of all the major like business establishments, there's a box that says free, take one, and it's just they're all just overflowed with dynamite.
I'm just grabbing
sounds
dynamite
awesome.
as I go.
I don't know why they need all of this.
Well, they're
They're
miners.
miners.
To get deeper and deeper into the mines, they got to blow stuff up.
I mean,
I am living for this.
that's fair. I don't know how mining works.
If anything, this dynamite is the loan shark's tax evasion strategy.
Oh, that's smart.
I've never done taxes.
You're actually winning.
It's okay, Wonder.
I move around. I don't have an area code. My area code is pancake. Pat's pancake on the head.
Look, you don't have to deal with the IRS. That means you're winning in this party.
Do we?
I just take a stick of dynamite, put it in my mouth, use another stick of dynamite to light that stick of dynamite, and then throw both of them into the quarry.
You know what? I'm not even going to bother.
All right then.
It's
Look.
not so dangerous.
As rocks start raining from the sky, everybody, let's see. Let me pull up a character sheet so I know exactly what to have you roll as Mermit is blowing everybody into next Tuesday.
Probably like Inspire, right?
Mermit's not even turning around to look at the explosion. He's just walking away from it.
What is it?
Why are we blowing up the quarry? Was there a reason for this?
Mermit being
Absolutely
Mermit.
not.
It's fun.
Explosions are always necessary.
What is your, let's see, roll. I need everybody to roll Vigor Athletics.
Okay. It's 2d12, I think. We're rolling d12s, right?
Yeah.
Is it 1d12 or 2d12?
That would depend on your character sheet.
I have one in vigor and one in athletics, so that's 2.
Would that not be 1d12 plus 2?
That's what I was thinking it was.
Oh, wait. Okay, so 13. I rolled an 11.
Okay.
I got a 6.
That is also a 13.
Okay.
Okay. So you said athletics?
Yep.
All right. So that would be. If I'm reading this quickly. 11.
All right. So, as Mermit throws this dynamite into the quarry and decides to, just blow shit up, some rocks come basically raining out of the sky. Mermit, Wander, and Professor, you guys all manage to dodge the rocks, but unfortunately, Old Man, you get hit by a couple rocks. And you're gonna take 2 points to your dread.
Oof.
The Simmons.
What? How do I? My dread is a D6.
Yeah.
It said. So how do I add points to that?
You would take 2 away. So when you rolled your dread, that would have been like your HP, basically.
Oh, I thought that was what courage was.
Is it? Is that what it?
No, I thought dread was your health. I honestly don't know.
It could be. I assume that's what courage was, but I could be wrong.
I was also under the impression that courage was essentially your health.
Yeah.
The courage is like a flat number. Dread, it's D6. I don't know what. I figured that was like my damage.
And then
What I do.
Might have looked at this wrong. So yeah, you would take. Basically, you're taking 2 damage.
Yeah, I think that's courage, because that's your health. Dread is after attack, so like my attack is 1d6, or is a d10.
Of course, this book does not do a good job of explaining all this, and there's 249 instances of the word dread in this book alone.
Whoops. My bad.
The first time someone's taken damage, and it's because
Because of Mermit.
Yep.
That makes sense.
that feels appropriate.
Yeah. So you would take 2 points to your courage, not your dread.
Okay. Up at that.
Something else. All right. So are you guys going to go look for the warg up in the north, or?
Mhm.
Yeah, before we go, I'd like to stop at a butcher and just get like a T-bone steak.
I mean, you
And
could
just kind of hold out a raw T-bone steak as we get there.
I think we might just need a whole side of beef, like a whole side of beef.
Like have a
This-
cow.
Just buy the entire cow.
we're dealing with a big warg. Remember, the scale is 2 pancake, and it was
Yeah,
2
I mean that's a
pancakes
big
long.
warrior. You're not
But
wrong.
Brilliant
I just figured
tortoises are
it was
not
enough to
small.
just get the smell out there.
What is up with you and smell lately, bud?
Well, we're trying to attract the warg. We're not trying to feed it.
Yeah, but
Let's-
you're
let's
talking
try
about
it.
what it smells like.
Warg smells are important. You just don't understand wargs, okay? It's not my fault.
Okay, hold
that
on.
you don't
Let me-
know what a rotten egg smelling warg means.
That means it's a hellhound, and I don't
I'm
want to deal with a
gonna
hellhound.
here.
I told you it was
get
bad.
we'll get the steak and Simmons. Why don't you ride on Pancake with me, so that I make sure that you don't have a concussion?
I need that. Get back. Don't look at me
I
like
get concussions all the time. I should be good, but I'll ride Simmons. I'll ride Cupcake. I'm Simmons.
Pancake. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, here. Why don't you you can You're my squire.
That's a
You can
good
ride
waffle.
Pancake.
We're just gonna ignore the I get concussions all the time.
I mean, we
Wonder is-
ignored you blindly throwing dynamite into the quarry, so yes.
That's fair.
I mean,
Mermit,
it wasn't
maybe.
Mermit blindly throwing it. He looked down to make sure nobody was down there.
You distinctly
It
said you
caused an
didn't
avalanche.
That is
Or
true.
rock slide.
He thought about looking.
That's all that counts.
Okay. Yep. Let's go before we blow something else up.
All right,
All
as
right.
you guys enter the north part of town, it's pretty run down. It's kind of a lot of the houses are boarded up. It looks like people who kind of just abandoned or started to abandon the town. So a lot of windows and doors have boards across them. Very dusty. There's tumbleweeds blowing up and down in between the houses. A couple houses have some like rocking chairs. It looks like there might be some people living there. You can see like candles in the windows. But you don't really see anybody on the streets. You're not really hearing, people talking or anybody shuffling around behind the houses or anything like that. It's a pretty deserted area.
Real quick, how dry and hot is it out here?
I don't know, like Las Vegas heat, 105 degrees.
Okay,
Oh, Mermit's
Mermit's gonna
dead.
take out a canteen and just start dumping it on his head.
How are you holding up there?
Dry.
Here you go. And Westwood just hands him his canteen of water as well.
Thanks.
We're gonna have to get so many provisions before we leave town. Mermit, why
Get
don't
a
you
mermit bucket.
What was that?
Here, and Wander takes one of the cookware, because Wander has cookware, one of the big pots and fills water in it, and he goes, why don't you sit in this, and I can drag you along.
I hop in the pot, just like kind of shakily, and go, I feel like I'm supposed to have PTSD here. Like I'm in some fucking French restaurant or something.
Here, I'm just gonna cut up a couple scallions just for.
Don't take my legs.
Please do.
I think you found Mermit's fear.
No, Mermit.
You just
We
feel
couldn't
the
go
water
scallions, not
slowly
as
getting
scary.
hotter.
That's not. I was just. Oh no, I was trying to help and it backfired. I'm so sorry, Mermit.
Next thing you see, like you turn and look at everybody, and then you turn back, and there's Mermit with an apple in his mouth.
Where did you
Old man
get that?
Simmons is just seasoning him.
Simmons, you probably have a concussion.
He smells
Pancake-
good. What can I say? I can't help it.
I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to become food.
You're
I'm the
fine.
only
You're
one who
not
thinks
food.
It looks like Mermit's having a war flashback.
It's not sand, it's seasoning.
Roll me. I need everybody to roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Just perception?
Yep.
Let me see. 10.
4.
7.
What was yours, old man?
9.
Fine. Okay, so you and Wander both hear kind of like a light, like, I guess kind of like footsteps on like dirt. So not like fully crunching, but you do kind of like hear the sound of like someone walking in between some of the houses, like just very lightly, like steps as this scene with Mermit is playing out.
I
There is
waved my
going to
T-bone
go
steak at the
and-
sound.
If you want to throw something towards that sound, you are more than welcome to.
Oh, I was going to go peek around the corner.
Okay. So we'll go old man throwing a stake. I don't even know how you roll for that.
Throw would it be athletics?
Yeah, I guess I would go with athletics for that.
Is a 2.
Oh, so you go to throw that stake, and you go to like toss it, and you just kind of like fumble, and it flies maybe like a whole like 3 inches and just kind of hits the ground in front of you.
No, now it's a ground steak. More
Hey,
won't
throw it
want
in here.
that.
It might actually add to the flavor.
Mermit, stop trying to make yourself into a stew. Give me that apple.
I was chewing on that.
Pancake, please make sure that Old Man Simmons is okay. And Wander is going to scurry off to go peek around the corner.
As you come around the corner and you go to peek, you kind of like do like that whole like strafing like angle to like look around the corner. You know, like
The Scooby-Doo
style.
look around the corner, yeah.
You catch the glimpse of a gray, what looks like a tail, disappearing behind one of the houses.
I think I found it. And Wander is going to, true to Wander's name, is going to wander off after that tail.
If you
Pancake,
follow,
after your master.
as
Be
you
careful, Pancake is large.
go down in between the two houses and you're coming around that corner where you saw the tail, you see what looks like a warg walking on its hind legs. It's a tall warg walking on its hind legs, kind of disappear into like a storm cellar. Like it pulls, like as it's going down, it pulls the door closed behind it as it heads into this like basement. But it doesn't look like that basement is connected to any houses.
Huh. Maybe it's connected to some of the mines? Hey guys, I think I found the works house. Should I go knock on the door?
Yeah, be polite.
Tell them we got frog stew. Maybe they'll come out.
Who are
It smells
not...
really good. Tell him that.
No,
Mermit,
no.
Simmons, stop it.
Honestly, I smell great.
I am regretting giving you the pot.
He does black pepper very well.
Simmons,
these
as
carrots
my
are divine.
squire, please do not eat Mermit.
Mermit, please do not cook yourself.
I don't know, man. The water's feeling really nice. It's good on my lower lumbar. And, you know, if we crank up the heat a little bit, we'll bring out the juices and it might entice them to come out.
Here, let me just give you a calf massage.
Oh, yeah. See right there. Oh, there it is. It's good.
Oh yeah, that's tender.
Phase palm. Pancake, you're in charge. I pat my tortoise.
I mean, I want to say I'm right here, but fair.
Pancake is the adult.
All right, so if you want to, you can go knock.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go knock on the door. I'm gonna go right up, knock on the door, and say hello.
As you're knocking and hello, is it you hear from one of the windows of the houses, will you knock it off with that racket? No one's gonna answer. That leads to the mines. There's nobody down there. No one's been down there for years.
Oh,
There's a mine in town, I thought. Why has no one been down there for years?
Because they got everything out of this mine. They stripped it clean and then stopped coming over here.
That is how mines work.
so you don't mind if we go in then?
You can go in there, but you're not going to find anything.
Is this locked? Is the shutter locked?
No, you can open it.
I mean, we'll find adventure, then that's all we're after.
Okay. Yeah. I'm yeah. And Wander is just gonna open the thing.
All right, yeah. You open it up, and there's stairs leading down into a mine shaft. It's kind of dark. You can see shadows kind of dancing, which indicates there's probably some torches in there. So there's definitely someone in there or something in there, because there's light and whatnot.
Eat with the ground steak.
Oh, I don't think Pancake will be able to walk all the way down there.
You can leave your tortoise here. I'll keep an eye on it.
Thank you. What's your name?
Old Man McGucket.
Man Simmons has the same name as you, same title as
Are
you.
you guys related?
I don't think so. I think it's more of an honorary thing. How do you learn that, by the way?
Hot iron, old
My
man.
first name is Ol.
Ole, like OLE, right?
O-L apostrophe.
Okay,
Wait,
got it.
Wait. Yeah. That's a family name. That's been handed down for generations around here. I'm technically Old Man McGucket the 15th.
I had a cousin, Old Man McGucket the 13th, but
Oh no, he blew up in a
came
mining
from
accident.
far away.
Old Man
He
McGucket the 13th here was down in the mines during the explosion. He didn't come back up.
So when did that explosion happen exactly?
Hold on. I gotta take off my boot. 1, 2, 37.
Meanwhile, Mermit's using the cracked black pepper to like scrub his skin. He goes, "Oh my god, that's really exfoliating. I need to do this more often."
Like 16 months ago?
Or try some.
Huh. All right. I am going to put some water in a pan for Pancake and then be like, "Thank you, Old Man McGucket," and I feel like I should give you something for taking care of Pancake, but we'll work that out when I get back.
How about frog soup?
I'm allergic to frogs.
Well, he's a bog roll, so we're good.
All right, we ready to go down? Old Man McGucket, the old man is a friend of mine. Consider you family now.
So,
Mermit's
guess we'll-
toweling off.
Yeah,
It
you guys
smells
are
of
gonna head
Damn,
down in.
Merman, if you had just
Yep.
simmered for another couple hours.
Simmons, I feel like I need to write in the night. Like, I feel like there's got to be something in a knight's code that's like, don't eat people, but that's not specified, I guess.
Technically, I'm not people. I'm a frog.
technicalities count.
For people.
All right,
Also-
back to the mission. I'm sorry, sir.
Haven't felt this
Wander.
limber in a long time.
Honestly, a soup bath sometimes is the best thing you need. During a
Oh my
long
God.
adventure, I'm kind of jealous. I didn't get to soup bath.
Like the water was killing, or the heat was killing me, and I thought you guys were gonna eat me, but then the water heated up, and it was just like perfect.
I get you. My cousin lost his foot like that.
Huh?
He got souped.
It happens.
You must.
Wander
have
looks
lost family
confused.
Mermaid to souping.
Listen, I've lost some relatives to souping.
Not to judge a book by their cover, but
Is that as bad as losing a family member to simping?
Wait,
I feel
what?
like that's worse.
I'm sorry. What did I just come back to?
Welcome back.
me and Mermit have both lost family members to souping.
Oh,
And I'm wandering into the mine.
okay. All right, I'm probably following right behind because I don't want to contemplate how you lose a family member to souping.
I didn't lose a whole family member, just his foot.
One of my cousins was eaten.
Mermit and Ol, both of you roll me a d6.
Six.
4.
All right. So as you're entering the mines, Ol has to start telling the story of how his cousin lost his foot to souping.
Oh. Souping is very popular where I come from. It's kind of like a spa day. Chop up some taters, some scallion, pepper yourself all up, exfoliate. And then, sometimes bigger folk get excited when they see y'all smelling nice and you like. And so my cousin was like dipped in, head just like soaking it in, really exfoliating the face underwater. And someone saw these like tasty looking legs just plopped out. And this big old ogre man was just like chomp. And we call him Peggy now.
I see.
I hope your cousin sued them. Because then you could have a Peggy Sue.
That's good. That's good. If we ever get a lawyer in my town, I'll definitely bring that up.
All right. So as y'all get, as Ol is telling his story, and you get further into the mines, you find yourself kind of like in the middle of this just like long like mine shaft. Looking around, you can see that it clearly was not strip mined, as Allman McGucket had led you to believe. There's definitely ore and things still lining the walls. And you can hear the sounds of mining, and, it definitely sounds like there's other things going on further down, deep down, in this shaft. You hear someone yelling to be careful, don't drop that or you're all going to die because it's explosive. So there's definitely something going on in these mines.
We did stumble upon a mystery, guys.
You would think they already own the entire town, so why are they, what's with the secret mining?
They're looking for
Understand.
something far more valuable than the townsfolk realize.
True, and we already discussed, tax evasion. So mining it in secret means the IRS doesn't know you mined it up, so they can tax you for the profits on it either.
Pretty much.
See, I see.
It really sucks that you can't like be a professor in secret.
It is very hard to get students if nobody knows you teach.
That makes sense. Let's go find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Wander is gonna go snooping down.
All
On
right.
a cartoon toe.
So as you're cartoon tiptoeing
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
this mine, you come to a very large wooden door. So it kind of like opens up into kind of like more of a cave sort of. So it's kind of like rounded off. And then there's just this large wooden door. And just beyond that door is where you can hear the sounds of what sounds like people working.
Can I creak open the door a bit so I can look in?
Roll a... Ooh, do you want to do sneak or might? Roll me a sneak.
Got it. That's a 3.
Ooh, so as you try to open that door slowly so you can look in, you can definitely hear that it basically these hinges have never been oiled. It is just so it's like as you even like barely pull it open. And as you're kind of like pulling it open to look in and it's making that screech, you notice like movement of something like turning to look at the door, and it looks like a giant humanoid warg.
Everybody duck.
Behold, foul beast, this is the night.
I just yank him down.
Wander.
No, why aren't you
And we have
announced?
I am their squire, and we have come to slay you.
I like midway in that speech, I just reach out from behind the doorframe, grab Old Man Simmons by the collar, and just yank him back.
You'll notice as you yank him back and you guys are like leaning against the wall, trying not to get caught after, you have...
After we're gonna get caught.
Yeah, after you'll notice that there's another mine shaft kind of side by side of the one that you just came down. So there's two shafts, and you can either... Basically, your options are try to duck down into one of the shafts again, or stay pressed up against the wall as you're hearing footsteps, and it sounds like multiple pairs of footsteps heading towards the door.
Down the side shift. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Roll me... all of you roll me a sneak.
Four.
7.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
I think you're muted.
1.
It looked like you said, well,
We're so good at this, guys.
I think we all made Snake our dumb stat.
I mean, most of my stats are 1. I'm just rolling very poorly.
It's Mermit going, guys, I smell delicious.
So as you guys... So, as you're heading towards that side shaft, Mermit clearly gets distracted and runs back down the shaft that you all came down originally. With
I run to follow to being like, wait, Mermit, and run after Mermit.
All right. So, two of you are heading down. So, Ol and Professor, you guys are heading down the shaft. And you can hear a commotion behind you coming from the large room you were just in, as you guys are heading towards it. It seems like a fairly, like you're like running, and you've been running for a fairly long time. You come to what seems like a cleared out kind of like storeroom. You come through, just like it just opens straight up into the storeroom. There's kind of like wooden planks. There's some bags of supplies. There's a safe, a fairly large like bank safe in one wall, and you can hear footsteps walking around on the wood upstairs above you. The commotion that you heard behind you was Wander and Mermit being grabbed by the werewolf, and being pulled back into the mining area.
Whoops.
See?
Any good at cracking safes?
I don't like to brag, but I'm not. No, I'm not a safe cracker. However, I do know of a good way of eventually getting into a safe.
Wait, Mermit has a bunch of dynamite. Wait. Where'd Mermit go? Where's Wander?
I know of two very good ways of brute forcing our way into a safe.
I'm a really bad squire. We lost the other two. Wait, what's the way you were thinking of? It wasn't dynamite.
Getting somebody to sit here and try every possible combination till the safe cracks open.
You have like
Brute
a
force, I
TA
like
that
it.
could do that while we go adventure. You have like a TA that could do that while we go off an adventure.
All I have to do is say the magical academic words of "Who wants some extra credits?" Now, the way this actually works mechanically speaking is the dungeon crew ability Dungeoneers get. I need to roll an inspire or an intimidate check. And on a success, I make my crew, aka my students, do something useful. I would feel like sitting there and brute forcing your way into a safe by the try every possible combination method counts as menial labor, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, if you go ahead and roll for it.
All right,
This character concept.
All right. And with a +1, that would make that a 10.
A 10? All right, I'll give that to you. So as you, I guess, roll, describe how the student shows up there.
So, as I briefly already mentioned, one of the first things I have ever taught my students was how to move around without being seen. So, as soon as I say the magical words, they kind of just pop out from behind whatever is in the environment. Like
Alright. So they pop up out of like a barrel that's in the corner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
They were
So-
like a blade of grass that's been in every scene.
um,
All right. So, yes. The purpose of this extra credit is to see how well you guys have learned how to learn patience and diligence, as well as esoteric skills. The first person to get into this safe will get a extra 20 points on their final. 20 points of extra credit on their final.
All right. So the students walk over and they all start examining the safe. You hear some murmuring as they go back and forth, and they're kind of looking at the safe. One kid pulls out a stethoscope and kind of like places it on the safe and is listening as he tinkers around on it. Then he steps back for a minute and he kind of like, "Oh, after you," to one of the other students. That other student walks up to the safe and kind of like looks around it, and then walks over to the wall next to the safe and pulls a piece of paper off the safe, walks back to the safe lock, turns it, pops open the safe. They turn, he walks back up to you and hands you the piece of paper that just had the safe combination on it, as they all disappear back into the background.
All right, and I pull out a notebook. Okay, so I owe Chris A 20 points on their final. Duly noted.
Are you sure it wasn't Chris P. Bacon?
No, we already
No.
have Crispy Frog.
Ah,
Yeah.
Old Man Simmons sees this happen and just like goes you along like, Professor is awesome.
Yes, yes, it is.
I just pull out like a beer from my backpack and hand it to you.
All right. So if you guys want to go ahead and search the safe, you will need to roll a search check.
Okay.
You want to do that?
I'm rolling it now, and I didn't get anything. I got a flat 5.
Okay.
That is a fail. Am I rolling it as well?
Yeah.
Is that? Ooh, I got it.
All right. Let me see here. So, I mean, you find, of course, it's filled to the brim with copper. There's some gold, a little bit of silver. Typical, like what you would find in a bank. It's. But you also find there's a bunch of like file boxes that say loans, and loan documents. So it does look like you have stumbled into the loan company's safe.
Not lone sharks, they're lone wolves.
if they're working together, that can't be right. Wait, I'm not there. What the fuck am I talking about?
You've been stolen. Get out of here.
All right, so that is duly noted. We have lone sharks and lone wolves. Well, a lone wolf working with some lone sharks.
And I will allow you all another search roll if you want it.
Both of us, or just one of us?
Both of you can have one.
Okay.
I got an 8 on the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I still don't get anything. I got a 7.
All right. So, searching further, you find the deed to the town. You find it in the safe. And you find a relic. You find a battle kite, a semi-autonomous craft that can attack flying targets twice per round.
Battle kite?
Yep.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
That's baller.
Neat. Huh, let's see. To the town. Is it signed?
It has... Oh, what was his name? I had to go pull that back up. It does have... Opie Chuddermum's name signed at the bottom, as well as Lydia Snarl's name signed at the bottom.
Oh, neat.
And essentially, so basically, the way it looks is it says, like when you would like sell a car, like you sell the title to anything. Opie has signed as the buyee. Lydia was the seller of the town at the time. And then it has the how much it was sold for. It looks like it was sold for 250 gold, 400 silver, and 1,000 copper. And it gives rights to Opie and his gang, gives them rights to the mines and whatever they may find in the mines.
Right, Opie and his gangs. Not what was the company name again?
Lydia.
Lydia.
No. The company.
Oh, the company is SPL.
Yeah. That is interesting. Okay.
So is
All right.
it just this mine, or is it all mines in the town?
It is the settlement of Firedamp. So all the mines that are attached to Firedamp as part of that.
All right. So
That
we're
seemed
gonna
like a
pocket
reasonable deal to you, Professor, or
250
is this a
gold.
steal?
It's a little bit on the low side, but it seems entirely legal. We're still gonna pocket this because I do feel like the town is under false management by SPL. I mean,
Yep.
however, we'll deal with that later. First, let's go and get our friends back.
As we shift scenes here, Mermit and Wander, you guys have been grabbed up by a what you think is a werewolf, and some other miners. They're kind of dressed like gangsters. They've got like the gangster vest and the hats. All of them have cigars for some reason. It makes no sense that they're mining with in this attire with the cigars. And you're pulled back into where they're mining. And as you're looking around, you guys will notice that they're not mining for like minerals. They're not mining, gems or stones, even though the walls are lined with various gems. It's clear that they are definitely looking for something. They have uncovered some ruins, and it looks like they have slowly been digging out kind of like a sarcophagus. As they're digging out these ruins.
So this area looks kind of like a mausoleum-ish thing.
Yep. You can definitely tell that it looks like it was before the Mucklands, if that makes sense history-wise.
Ooh, that's not good.
Are you guys trying to get cursed? Just out of curiosity.
Trying to get cursed? Oh, no. We are getting the riches that are owed to us. Once we're done here... Wait a minute. I'm not going to start monologuing. And after you hear that, a goblin in a long, like, black cloak kind of steps forward, pulls off the hood. What are you doing down here? Nobody, like... We were pretty sure we had chased enough people away.
Well, people were worried about a warg, and so we came to help people with a warg. Hi, I'm Wander. What's your name?
My name is Irrelevant.
Nice to meet you, Irrelevant.
As you will not be living long enough to need to know my name or what we're doing here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna...
As Mermit just kind of steps forward, and I'm going to use my chronicler ability. Lore check once every session, create a historical fat bit of knowledge or trivia.
Okay.
That's a 9.
Let me see. I'll give it to you.
Mermit just kind of looks behind the guy and says, there's really nothing of value down here. It would have been gone ages ago because of the fact that you guys keep blowing it up. It's very sensitive to vibrations.
I mean, we had to blow out tunnels so that we could get down here.
Yeah, and because it's sensitive to vibrations, it's just gone.
I don't understand how a book could just be gone, but I'm pretty sure
I
the
mean,
book
it's
is
old, it's ancient, and I don't know if you know this, but old things tend to wither and just go away.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. I'm supposed to find an ancient relic at some point. I forget exactly what it was, but if that ancient relic was like, an ancient piece of paper kind of disintegrates over time unless the environment is conducive to it not doing that.
Well, what if it was a book written on stone tablets?
Even more so, imagine vibrating stone. You know what happens when stone breaks? It becomes smaller. And imagine what happens when you break it and blow it up some more. Break it and blow it up some more. It becomes rubble. You know what you just did? You just destroyed your own fucking book.
Kind of looks at you incredulously. He's like, And then he turns to the werewolf and he snaps his fingers and points to the like sarcophagus that they had been dredging up. And the werewolf picks up Mermit and throws Mermit onto the sarcophagus, and he just yells, "Prove it! Open the tomb."
The fuck do I look like? A strong man? Come open it yourself.
Oh, if you need help, Wander is going to go over and helpfully open the sarcophagus.
Wander.
And
Don't do that.
So is
I'm
Wander
going-
like pushing it open?
I was thinking just literally like lifting the lid off by one. So,
But you're like, you are opening it.
yeah.
All right, so as you're opening it, shadowy wisps start to like almost like smoke, kind of like billows out and is like flowing out under the door, and it's all kind of flowing out from this sarcophagus as you open it.
Oh,
Ominous.
that seems bad.
Very ominous. I'm already having fun.
And
I am lifting this lid with Mermit on it. I'm 4 feet tall, by the way, for anyone.
let's see. Okay. Both of you roll me a perception check.
That's on 7.
Okay.
That's an is it 10 or do I have a +1 on that? Yeah, okay, 11. And
Okay.
depending on what you say next, I might want to use my ability Discerning Eye.
So, as you guys look into this where all the smoke had come out, you do see a mummified kind of basically like skeletal remains inside of this tomb. There's what looks like or what could have been somebody or something in there. And Mermit, you notice the glint of something in where an eye socket, the glint of something in the eye socket. And Wander, you notice a midnight, just dark black ring on one of the fingers.
Quick question. Is this a fiend?
Well, I mean, the professor's...
Is it of an evil adversary or fiend?
It is evil, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't know if you would know the history without the professor, but if you have an ability to roll that would give you that knowledge, then I'll have you roll that.
What do I have to roll to see if Wander remembers if either of these objects were something they were looking for?
Lore?
Lore? Okay.
I was actually also going to ask, given Kermit's story, or Mermit's story, would I know anything in lore or realms that would tell me that?
Yeah, you could roll a lore check.
That's a
Also,
4.
I wanted to use discerning eye when we rolled the perception check. Once every session, create a narrative weakness or vulnerability in someone or something within range.
Okay, go for it.
One of those magic items has a weakness.
I don't know how I would apply a weakness to one of these magic items, but if you want to...
It really hates bubbles.
Fair enough. Yeah, well, we can apply that to the black ring that you saw, Wander. You just get this feeling that this pitch black, this midnight, just dark black ring hates bubbles.
It really just doesn't like bubble baths. It's how you get it to behave. You threaten to throw it in water in a bubble bath. They're too cheerful.
Do you guys want to take these items?
Absolutely.
All right.
Not really, but
I mean, you could take the ring and not put it on.
this is true. Wander will pocket the ring and be like, "So what are you looking for?"
We're looking for a spell book, the Lich's book. Look. Oh,
I just
Wait,
want
this
a
isn't-
handful of
You
like
should have led
dust.
with that. You should have
Before-
led with it was a lich.
Before we dive too far into who this actually is and how that will play out, did you guys roll lore checks?
Yes.
Oh shit. One sec.
Unfortunately, I had a 4.
That is an 11.
Okay, so Wander, you know that the ring once was owned by a sorcerer known as the Gloom King.
Oh, that's a cool ass name.
And the cult here that is digging up this tomb is a sect. They are a branch off of Hane of the Broken Circle, a cult, a sorceress cult known to follow and pursue the Gloom King's writings and teachings.
So, Wander is going to gently put the lid down with Mermit on it. And you I don't see a book. Pointing.
What do you mean there's the book was supposed to be here. We were told the book would be here.
Who told you the book would be
Pick
here?
up a hand of pebble and like dust. And just go, see? Told you.
He's just gonna shake his head and he's gonna do one of these and round everybody up to follow him out of the... He just shrugs. He's like, all right, well, on to the next place, boys.
Wait, who? Are you guys the ones that were taking over the town?
Taking over the town? No. We own the town.
How do you do that?
We bought it.
By being douchebags.
We straight up bought the town. Like we own this town. We bought it just so we could mine and find these ruins. There's more ruins in the other mine shafts. There's definitely other stuff under these mines. But we were particularly looking for this mausoleum, so that we could, bring back the Gloom King.
Well, sorry about that, I guess. Wander is gonna put the lid back on the coffin like, I'm sorry, please sleep well. And by that I mean stay asleep, goddammit. I will throw you in a bubble bath.
At the mention of a bubble bath, you kind of feel the ring like shake in your bag a little bit.
Nope. Wander glares at the bag. So, out of curiosity, did you just screw up everybody's life here? Is for digging out some weird dead body?
I don't know how you would determine that we screwed up anybody's lives. There are people mining. People are allowed to mine. This is a mining town.
Okay.
Pretty sure your very presence is what screwed everything up here.
Why? We were giving out loans, keeping this place afloat. We were making sure people had money.
Giving out loans doesn't make everybody's lives better, just make yours better.
Well, they had money. They got to drink their drinks and mine their mines, and we propped up the town.
No, you didn't. You took out a leg from underneath it for your own profit. That's called douchebaggery.
Did we ever take a look and see what the loan rates were?
No, you guys never even went to the loan sharks. He's like, look,
So,
doesn't matter. We own the town. And then he just turns and closes the door behind him.
hey, wait. Wander is gonna try to open the door.
It does not budge.
I wish I knew Fireball.
I think they just locked us in here. Wait, if they're trying to raise a lich, we gotta stop them. I think. I think this is what knights do. Don't do that.
No. I think the way out is in the coffin.
Oh, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna try to... Sorry about that. I want to try to force open the door.
It is like... Basically,
I have an ability called Feat of Strength. It says might check once every session, perform an act of heroic strength beyond a normal adventurer's capabilities.
I mean, you can try to break the locks that have it in place, if that's what you want to do. Because it... like those locks that you put in the floor and the wall, like in the ceiling? Yep. That's what is keeping it from opening.
Yeah, I figured. That's why I said...
Yeah, go for it.
Dice be nice to me. That's an 11.
Alright. You managed to break out 2 of the planks on this giant door, which is enough for you guys to get out.
Dang,
and then we can unlock the door from the other side so that the professor and
Old Man Simmons
can come see the lich that we found. We gotta figure out how to stop a cult. How do you stop a cult?
With cyanide and...
I feel like that's not what I was taught in night training.
With a cup of Kool-Aid?
No, that wasn't Kool-Aid. It was Flavor Aid. Let's get that one right.
Common misconception.
God, this is morbid. I think the problem here was you guys let me play Mermit.
All right.
Currently. Yeah. So what do we do?
Well, I would probably think the best idea first is to regroup, as two of you
Yeah.
are still down one mine shaft and two of you are coming into the large cave right before the mausoleum.
To be fair, as soon as we finished with the safe, we kind of started making our way back.
Fair enough. So I'd say you both are basically converging. You both come into the large room at the same time.
Hey,
By
you
the
managed to save
hole,
yourself.
we come into the room via the hole that Wander just made in the door.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. You managed to save yourselves.
So just
Yeah,
so
a
you're
bunch of
aware,
cultists locked us in there with a lich.
It's not our fault.
A lich?
Yeah.
Or is the lich still dead?
Currently it looks like it.
They wouldn't open it up so I could stab it some more.
I mean, I'm kind of confused as to why they left and didn't fight us. But I'm assuming they probably thought they could just shut the door and leave us down here to die.
That might be because I may or may not have told them that whatever it is they were looking for was destroyed by all the mining they did.
That's true.
Well, I mean, what were they looking for?
A
tome.
book.
Yeah, I can see how repetitive blast and fragrant mining would cause enough vibrations to pulverize a book.
See, and that's what I told them, and they didn't believe me.
So, we have a lich skeleton in the other room. I'm pretty
You mean soup
sure
bones?
the protocol for that is salt and burn.
It's just for ghosts, the bones of a ghost. It could still work, but we have to find the phylactery first.
I
How
got
about we just
this.
throw it
Holds
in
up a
the soup?
ring.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and roll my lore to see what I know about the Gloom King.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Wander would name it as the Gloom King because Wander knows what that lich is because I made the successful lore check.
So if Wander is showing you the ring, Professor, and you're going to roll a check, you come to know that is the Black Ring. It was once owned by the sorcerer who had come to be known as the Gloom King. And you'll know that finding this ring immediately triggers the cult known as Hane of the Broken Circle to start pursuing you guys. You also know that there's side effects to wearing the ring, but if you were to wear the ring, you are able to learn 3 spells at random. But you also lose a little bit of your maximum courage.
Okay. I do not believe that is the Gloom King's phylactery. It is still a artifact of the Gloom King and may be necessary in his revival. I would not recommend putting it on.
Figured. Evil rings are kind of covered in night training.
Sounds like night training is very comprehensive. But
I would, but I didn't see anything else. I think there was one other thing, but I didn't really. I kind of grabbed the ring so that they wouldn't find it.
I think I grabbed something, but I'm not entirely sure.
mind if I see what you grabbed?
Failed to Do I even know what the hell it is I grabbed? I just grabbed a handful of
You do
something.
not. No, you grabbed an object. It is. Let me get back down there. It was the. It is Adraska's Amber Eye. And Professor, you would know that using this glittering amber lens, it was a tool of the sorceress known as Adraska, and she was intent on seeing all that could be seen beyond what meets the eye. It grants the user the ability to see invisible things, or things hiding in the dark, and to see through any solid substance up to 10 feet thick.
This is a very interesting find. So this is the Eye of Adraska, the All-Seeing. Very fascinating artifact. Now, are we entirely sure that the tomb you found was that of the Gloom King, or just whoever was hiding the ring?
Oh, we could go check it out. I kind of broke the doors so that I could unlock the door.
That is fine. But Mermit, if you would you like to keep that, or do you mind if I take that off your hands?
I owe you one. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. I take the lens and just pocket it for now. Essentially, I put it in one of the pockets of my vest that seems to be just perfectly fitted for like a monocle kind of situation. All right. And now let's take a look at this sarcophagus. See if we cannot divide the actual occupant.
So, all right. As you guys go back into that room, roll me a perception check.
Jesus, I need to switch dice.
I might also need to switch dice. This is getting all over the place. I got a 5.
Okay.
7.
Okay. I think you are muted.
I got a 2.
Ooh.
That hold on, I gotta. It's your Vim plus the skill, right?
Yeah.
That is gonna be a 0.
All right. So, I will offer you this. I will let you guys combine your rolls to get one clue about this room.
Catch.
The catch is anything else that you could have found in here, you won't be able to find.
I mean, given what we were, I don't think we would have found anything else anyways. So, my vote's for combining.
Mermit's just like
Yeah.
Mermit's got no say in this.
All right. So, as you all come back into the room, you notice, and Mermaid's kind of smacking himself for not noticing it before. The columns and basically all of the walls, not only are they lined with like jewels and what looks like gemstones, but they're lined with text, like hieroglyphic text. And
They literally said they were looking for stone tablets and they didn't look at the walls?
Yeah, it's about right.
Ah, yes. Dungeoneering 101. You hide the good stuff in plain sight.
And honestly, the text, the hieroglyphics look very... It looks like you could almost read it because it looks like it was written in, like, leet speak.
What?
Ah, it is a very technical ancient tongue. but if it's very skilled and learned, can easily read it. Let's see here. What are we looking at?
God's pwned.
As you're reading over looking over the pillars and reading, you basically get the gist that the Gloom King was not buried here, but part of his essence was trapped within the tomb. It does give warning that opening the tomb would free that essence and allow the Gloom King to start his rise again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
So about that, does Wander put the top back on the sarcophagus is just gonna be like, I kind of opened it for 2 seconds.
I'm going to be kind of honest here. I am extremely excited about this prospect.
Why?
There is no
It's
greater
a
evil
Gloom
than I.
King. That sounds awesome.
There is no greater evil than I.
Okay, good. Mermaid, you can help me defeat him.
Perfect.
right. I mean,
When I was told that I was supposed to find an ancient relic, by a magical spirit thing, I did not think that they meant magical evil relic. I thought they meant like
Makes
a
it
cool
so much more
sword.
exciting.
I thought they meant like a cool sword or something.
I don't know. You might still be looking for a cool sword. With the return of the
Yeah.
Gloom King might also mean an uptick in dungeoneering work, which means
Don't monetize that. That's what the cult is doing. We don't want to be a
Perfect for
cult.
monetization.
And the last thing I will give you guys before we wrap up, as you're reading all of this, you read that this was just one of a number of sites. That there is another mausoleum in the Drippy Downs. There's a mausoleum in River Country, a mausoleum in Quagmarsh, one in Scalawag Strand, and then finally the last one is in Fleabag County. And each of these contain a little bit more of the Gloom King's essence, and he will be he or his cult will be trying to release that essence.
How do we fix it?
well,
With fire.
fire is a great equalizer. It solves a lot of problems.
You still have
Now
all
that
that
we have to
dynamite,
ring
right?
The cult's
do.
gonna be following us. That'll help.
We gotta uncurse somebody, though. We're like way out in the middle of nowhere, and
Look, we'll be doing a lot of traveling, and I'm fairly sure we'll be swinging back that way. So, as far as I'm concerned, we will complete the decursing quest, and then we can focus on this. It shouldn't take us long. We just need to get back to used to be woods, find the wand of decursification, get it back to our client, solve that.
we should
Maybe
ask if they can make an extra wand of decursification, because I think we might need one. Or 50,
You think
looking
you could
back
make
at the
like
tomb.
a wand of delichification?
they don't make wands of delichifications.
Yeah, they
I'm
do.
pretty
It's called
sure that's
dynamite.
called dynamite.
Fair enough.
I'm so glad you knew where I was going.
All right. And with that, you guys have discovered an even more noble quest than decursification. And that is to stop the Gloom King from rising again.
I thought it was to make sure that Mermit was the most evil thing in the land.
That is an option that you
Those
can take.
Those two
I
things
thought it
can
was
go
to
hand
make
in hand.
Marmot
You
the
gotta
most
defeat
delicious
the
thing in
other
the land.
evil.
Oh my god.
Well, let's just say you all might have to stop Mermit by the end of this.
No, Mermit, we get into such wonderful trouble together.
We made soup.
Oh no.
And with that, we'll go ahead and do outros, and we will start with Professor.
So I am Shockpoint Farrier. I've played Lim Rushroot, the lovable professor, who is very liberal with the extra credit that he gives his students, mainly because he is somewhat lazy sometimes, and this is a good way of getting it done. But you can find me on Twitter at Shockpoint622 and Blue Sky at Shockpoint Farrier, as well as floating around here on Singularity over on the Discord. Not very hard to find me, Shockpoint Farrier. Oh, Shockpoint on the Discord. Yeah, I'm fairly easy to find. Next time you'll be able to catch me wouldn't be, well, actually it'll be for a while. That will be we are having a session of um crap,
Breaking Neon.
breaking neon. I knew it was something neon. My mind was just trying to push broken neon for some reason.
I mean, it's the same thing.
But yes, breaking neon. Are we having a session of that this month?
We should be.
Okay, all right. So this third Sunday, with the return of Breaking Neon, and following that, there is a session of King's Gambit also later on this month. I believe there's also another game that's being negotiated that will be happening shortly in the upcoming month of August. Unfortunately, I am going on a little bit of a mini vacation, so Speakeasy Conspiracy will not be returning this Saturday. I will see you in September for that. And once again, if anybody is in the DC area this upcoming weekend and they spot me, no, you didn't.
Fair enough. Please post any wild shock sightings to the Singularity Twitter, and we can disprove that you actually saw shock.
It's like Bigfoot sightings.
Yeah, you need to make them as blurry as possible. If you could use a camera from the 1960s or 70s, that would be preferred.
You're just in the DC area. Just take a picture and Photoshop him.
Now I'm going to go Photoshop, like, Shock sitting on the Abraham Lincoln statue's, like, lap, just, like, waving.
Your Sunday work day.
All right, who wants to go next?
Hi, I am Starless Travel, also known as Keldry. I played Wander, our little boggart knight that is great at wandering and putting the world in danger, apparently. You can catch me probably most likely here tomorrow around the same time, 8 p.m. On Singularity for Winter, that is being run by the wonderful Janie Potts.
Awesome. All right. We'll jump down to Ol. You want to go ahead and give us your outro?
What's up, internet? I have been Old Man Simmons. My actual name is Nate. Hi. And if you want more of me, you can check me out on Escape the Dungeon podcast, where we're playing Scum and Villainy, and I play as Cypherol, the greatest pilot in the galaxy, a French robot who has some crossed wires and is extremely reckless. And I'm also gonna be there at tomorrow at Winter, and it's cold, fun. So check us out.
Well, that leaves you, Lethal.
All right. Well, hey guys, you know me. I'm apparently everybody's favorite psychopath who likes to stew in stew. You'll see me here in a couple of weeks as we are back for the next episode of Fragments of Tomorrow's Apocalypse, where our group is getting deeper into cult actions, since we're talking about cults here. After that, we should be back for what should be the last episode of Camp Runner's Cross. I think we still have to do that. Pretty sure we still have to do that. Afterwards, we'll be back for Breaking Neon, and then we start the whole roster over again, just as per usual. That's me.
All right, and that leaves me. I am Fail Prime. I'm one of the founding members here at Singularity. I want to thank you all for coming and hanging out with us. We have tons of great content coming up, as has been mentioned by everybody here. We have tons of things being planned out, and we are coming up on our 2-year here in a couple months. So we will have all sorts of craziness as we get closer to that. So keep an eye on our Twitter, it's Singularity. Keep an eye on our Twitch, as you already are here. And we are going to throw a raid over to our wonderful compatriots at Neon Lights Roleplay. So be sure to check them out, and we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.